up some stuff real quick. But we got a pretty interesting match actually. We have JoshEco, the current first seed and the current #1 player of the Philippines, and we have Euanofthedead. I'm actually rather surprised. I didn't cast Euan's last match, but Euan has always been a good mainstay when it came to nationals, and kinda pretty surprising that he ranked pretty high. Since normally Euan more or less was a good like top 8, top 4 player. But it's been a year, and that also means that there has been a lot of improvement based on players. So one thing's for sure, I'm kind of looking forward to how he performs versus the current first seed. JoshEco is and probably will be very, very strong, but pretty much all giants have their weaknesses. And let's see if Euanofthedead is going to be the David to the Goliath here. But for now, I think we're heading off to rolls, and JoshEco rolling 56. And Euan loses the roll, getting a good old 25. I kind of like 25s. So, first ban will be from JoshEco. What are we gonna expect? Not really JoshEco, I mean, Euan should have first ban here, and JoshEco having second ban. But JoshEco will have the first pick. So, I'm kind of looking forward to what we're gonna see. I wanna hope that it's gonna be a DT ban from Euanofthedead, since, regarding JoshEco's skill, oh, that is a pretty good ban. Oh, it's a ban from Josh actually. I know, yeah, JoshEco. Yep, never mind. I got mixed up. Here we go. It's a DT2 HR2 ban. Kinda. So my theory on it is JoshEco's pretty much a very strong speed player and consistent, of course, but DT has been his realm for a while, and this is a very, very aggressive ban for Euan. It could also be I'm not good with DT kind of ban, but it's a good ban nonetheless. This kind of removes JoshEco's one of his like strongest leads in the tournament at the moment. And HR2, I think Josh just banned something simple here. So we're gonna head on first pick, being no mod. Very, very interesting. Normally, whenever you're this high of a skill ceiling, you kind of want to avoid a lot of these consistency maps, especially very early on in the tournament. Especially since you have basically slower maps, easier maps, and for a player like JoshEco who's been so used to 6.5, 7.2, and even 8 stars, a map like a 5-star map or a 5.3 SR rating map is gonna be a bit difficult to keep a very consistent accuracy on. And for a game like this, where you're gonna be fighting consistency, where a single mistake could cost you everything, it might be a bit of a risk, but if this pays off for JoshEco, it might be a good start for him. But on the other hand, this is Euanofthedead's probably biggest opportunity of getting an advantage to JoshEco early on. And note that the previous high seed, the low seed match that we had like earlier, we had pretty much both players avoiding NMs, and JoshEco here wants to fight it out in no mod. Very interesting. And yeah, normally when it comes to stuff like this, you'd love, like for example, for like high level players, if they kind of just want to win here, they'd probably fight against players like Euanofthedead who aren't exactly that high for ranked player. They'd love to play double mod, triple mod, use all of the FMs against them. This is basically their ultimate weapon against players who aren't sunk that much time in high level play, double mod, single mod, all that sort. But hey, you could say it's a good sport, or maybe it's just JoshEco liking the songs. Or probably they're kind of wishing a pretty cool match. So, few things for the ones who are watching. First one to make a mistake here will probably lose. If it's JoshEco, it might be a good chance for Euanofthedead, but if Euanofthedead makes even just 1x100, 2x100 here, that might be the point. It's just paying an homage to JoshEco's skill. But yeah, let's see. It's gonna be the GLHFs. And we're gonna head on straight forward to the first map. This is JoshEco's pick, No Mod 1. Kinda keeping up here. Just singles here. So I want you to keep a note on the bar on the bottom at the moment. Oh no! Is that a thing? I think that's a thing. Yeah, that's a big thing. 4,000 point difference already. Euanofthedead misreading a blue note as a red. And that's already I did say that it might be the match for him, but seeing an early mistake like that. Is it the nerves, or is it just the first map blues? But for now, look at the UR in both players here. JoshEco is kind of trailing off a little late, a little fast, I mean. While Euanofthedead is a bit lenient, let's say, on the UR. But JoshEco currently locking in on an SS, and that UR bar is not even given an inch away for a chance of a 100 here, and Euanofthedead locking in another 100, raising that lead to a 7k. So one thing to note here actually is Euanofthedead is full ulting this, and JoshEco is single tapping. Actually, never mind. Euanofthedead is also single tapping these like 1 notes. Halfway through the map here, and the accuracy is still good. Euanofthedead kind of hitting these notes a little early. JoshEco, that UR is crazy. Look at how close that thing. I think he could run this on OD10 and still probably get an SS at the moment. This is the beauty of NM1 here. It's either SS or bust when it comes to high seed players. Big stream coming in there. Oh, a few 100s on Euanofthedead. You see how that note's trailed off to that green side on the right. But an amazing accuracy nonetheless. While JoshEco still in that 100%. 12,000 point difference. And yes, this also is a bit of a tell as well. For 1-3, both players managed to keep up with that 1-3 section. Normally, stuff like that in tournaments tend to catch people off guard, but good on for both players. You're kind of keeping up a good... Oh, another misread on that pattern though. I think Euanofthedead trusted too much on his foot out there and had to do the whole stream offhand. So the lead has increased to a bit of a higher amount. But as I was saying here, this also is a bit of a statement from JoshEco. And as I did say that, he does break the SS barrier from that. But I think that's a very, very comfortable 1x100. So yeah, kind of back to my saying here, being Euanofthedead, if just imagine him being on his shoes here, you see the scores and you just see that 1x100 from Nomad 1, and that gives a lot of what's the word for it? Nerves, yeah. It's a lot of nerves. It suddenly feels that even I've made a bad mistake doing that miss, but I don't think I'll be able to get away with just a few 100s here. I have to fight him with perfection or else, and that hurts a lot when it comes to consistency. There's a lot of like these little factors that always kind of just stack up to you, especially when you're fighting a strong player like this. Demanding, it's a thing where you bring out your potential, bring out perfection, but at the same time, where you're demanded to be perfect is already a challenge in itself. But the second fight here is, what will Yuan pick? I'm kind of looking forward to Yuan kind of fighting him with HD maybe. Oh, nope. I am completely wrong. He's going for NM5. First time we're seeing the gimmick pick here. And of course, it is a Kish map, so we're gonna expect some pretty wild picks. Wild note patterns for the ones who haven't watched, aka me. Yeah, I got some Yuan fans in the chat. This is quite interesting, especially for Josh. It's very rare. It's honestly extremely rare to find players that are ranked this high and perform very well in tournaments. Normally, when you see like the top 5 or top 3 players of a country, normally they'd be very good at like difficult maps, but they tend to be struggling. Let's say that they struggle a lot when it comes to tournament maps. It's whenever the experience between farming a map, or farming a song, like a really difficult song, versus you only have one chance in a big stage. It's a completely different experience, and it kind of goes to show how well JoshEco might be as good as a player, actually. But yeah, this might actually a good. Firevice has a good point here. If JoshEco actually didn't practice the map pool, NM5 is a good counter to him, because he's gonna have to sight read the whole gimmick map, and considering Kish. The way Kish maps a lot of stuff is you pretty much need to practice. Like there's probably like a couple sections of the map where you get punished if you're not practicing it. Spark trick in the chat. But here we go. This is gonna be Nomad 5. This is the gimmick pick. And we're heading off for both players. A potential chance for Euanofthedead to take a point over JoshEco. But I think we gotta have to hit the panic button for a bit. Alright, Euanofthedead with an early lead already. Oh, slider gimmick. Blue note, JoshEco has not practiced. Oh, what a sight to see. Being Yuan here might be a good breath of fresh air. Go pick a girl. You know what? I'll go with the for I9. For the ones who are watching the stream who don't know any of the context here, I'm going for the ghost girl. We got some slider gimmicks, bar lane gimmicks actually. Ooh, Euanofthedead locking in still with an SS. He has to get as much here. So, ooh, that is interesting. Putting this map in a putting this map specifically in a tournament setting. I have a lot of experience, well not quote unquote lot, but like 2 maps. slider gimmicks, especially for that one, it's very wonky with Score V2, since Score V2 loves trolling you with sliders being notes. Because in Score V2, sliders count as actual notes, and you not hitting them will actually count to a miss. This section is so this section is so off. That's so cool. Euanofthedead, look at that accuracy, man. That's crazy. Both players actually nice on JoshEco keeping up his combo on that part. Here we go, slider gimmicks. So this is a bit of a scare. So I did say that Score V2 does love trolling you with keeping a note. So yellow notes do count as a part of the map. You probably have to hit those yellow notes. Oh, miss from Euanofthedead, but with a 172,000 point lead, I don't think it's gonna be more than enough here for him to lose this point. So good on Euan to take a point off his side. And that's gonna be a 1-1. We're equal on both sides here. My only point. Actually, this might for this one. Actually, this might be very interesting. You can probably lock in HD2 or FM3 and probably have JoshEco take the risk of double mod. And if you practice double mod, you'll probably be able to get another point on FM3. But definitely a big sign here for Euanofthedead. The map pool is definitely against him, just because JoshEco is extremely consistent. Well, that's pretty interesting, actually, Lorin. Here we go. JoshEco locking in NM2. Home ground. Our guy who plays maps with 280 and 340 BPM. Sticking in with the speed pick. Oh yeah, also Florian, if you've watched earlier, Josh said that he's planning to just pick all mods in order. So it's gonna be NM1, NM2, NM3, NM4, NM5. But yeah, NM2, designated speed pick whenever it comes to tournaments, especially in Taiko, and you have this amazing 256 BPM. So you have normally when it comes to like early on, like especially if you check around the SR being 5.6, high BPM tends to be just a couple of bursts. Anything crazier than 5-note patterns. And it's gonna be very consistent. So we're probably gonna expect another 1x100 or another good old SS from JoshEco. So if Euanofthedead manages to keep up that kind of performance versus JoshEco, he might have a really good chance of sending this guy here, JoshEco, to the losers bracket with the probably best upset known to history. But that's also in the demand of not making any mistakes. Classmate. I'm going classmate. Patterns are pretty dense, and yeah, Euanofthedead is struggling a lot on these speed picks. Which is kinda interesting actually, since normally when you see... I'm basing this from my experience, and also my experience with Full Out. Whenever you see Full Out, they tend to have the limits of, especially for like slow Full Out players, their limits tend to go around 260 BPM. Anything faster, it's gonna be troubling. But they do have an advantage, especially on speed. So it's quite interesting that Yuan is struggling a lot on speed picks. This one specifically, actually. You got the triplet spam. JoshEco still with a 1x100, actually. Very nice. So yeah, we could say that this might be just a smart pick for JoshEco, but kind of moving on to what could potentially be the good pick for Euanofthedead versus JoshEco. Like, what's a potential pick to to beat against the this massive titan of a player? What kind of weakness can Euanofthedead exploit in this match to try and expand as much point here for someone who's probably sight reading the whole map pool? There goes the map. I'm thinking probably like free mod 3 maybe. Just avoid every consistency map. HD1 or HD2, right? Yeah, locking in double mod on FMs is also another good play. But JoshEco is no stranger to double mod. if anything, JoshEco has played in a couple tournaments, and probably some that are way higher skill level than PH Nationals. So double mod is definitely something that he's capable of. But here we go. We're probably gonna expect a no mod 3. JoshEco losing SS again. He's consistently not getting consistent scores. That's for sure. Here we go. Oh, actually, that was a JoshEco pick. So this is gonna be Yuan's pick. I'm kind of hoping a mod pick here. If he's gonna pick no mod, then it's gonna be probably interesting, maybe. Since I'm more or less playing for the fun of it than playing to win. But if he's gonna pick free mod here, he's probably playing to win, and I'm very excited to see something like that. Any interesting? Let's see what we got. Just waiting on the pick here. Blue? I'm trying to find which one's the blue arcade map. Oh, is that MM3? It is! Yes, alright, I'm kinda looking forward now. Euanofthedead is kinda playing to win. So, for the ones who watched the previous match or did see the showcase, FM3 is kind of interesting. It is pretty consistent. But there is that one speed section that I do think is going to be very, very difficult on HDHR. This will be a double mod match, and if JoshEco's going to be sight reading this, he might be on for a pretty bad surprise. It's nothing unreadable, but it's something that he probably is gonna have a lot of difficulty in. JoshEco's not gonna rock in double mod. And if I'm actually also kind of reading forward. If he banned HD, HR2, he's gonna lock in HD, and that's gonna be difficult. HD on this map is extremely hard. But here we go. And we're gonna see a double mod buff for Euanofthedead. Alright, GLHFs for both players. Here we go, match is starting. Let's see. Will be the surprise? And it's a double HD match! Alright. So, one thing to note, there is one section here that is extremely slow. Both players traded out with 100s, and now it's equal on both sides. Finisher. Both players hit the finisher pretty well. JoshEco's UR is a little bit all over the place. Oh, big misread on that. That's on that big stream. But I think Euanofthedead here is kind of banking on that slow section. Note that we got swing speed section. JoshEco missing. This might be a pretty free point for Euanofthedead. Both players managed to hit that section. Bit of an act drop for Euanofthedead, but JoshEco actually surprising. And here we go. This is the slow section. Both players are. Euanofthedead's ghost stabbing. He's taking no risks. Duplets. Even patterns. Both players are managing this slow section like a beast. Uh-oh, Bancho. Manifesting. The lead is small here, and this is gonna be asking for a lot for Euan. And actually, never mind. JoshEco finally breaking on this slow section. KI section. Euanofthedead still holding that combo advantage versus JoshEco, and with this 40k. But I will say again that this is hidden. A mistake here is bad. Any kind of mistakes is gonna be hard to recover. Oh, as I say that though, because it's gonna head up to the slow section again. 24,000. This might be a chance for JoshEco to take back this point. We're gonna do the last portion here. Euanofthedead has to hold. KI. Oh, that finishers. Those finishers are evil. Woo! Euanofthead sighing there. Breath of relief. With a 4x miss, look at how little the difference is, but the score difference just tells them apart. What an amazing play. Actually, amazing from JoshEco keeping up with the slow HD. All right, it's 2-2. JoshEco actually having a bit of trouble with Euan's picks, but here's the problem here. This is a best of 6, and JoshEco probably has the whole of no mod to his advantage and PT. So there's a lot of maps to JoshEco's advantage versus Euan, and Euan is currently choosing smart picks, but with how tournaments go, he's not gonna have much choices left. I can't read that. Okay, this NM3, yep. Kinda, I do like how JoshEco is still sticking on to his guns here. So, no mod 3. Normally, no mod 3 is well known to be either the tech map or the slow map. Either or, this is still a pretty interesting accuracy battle once more. Euanofthedead is still proving to be a bit troubled when it comes to keeping a good accuracy. He still has not, I repeat, he still has not done a full combo on any map yet. He has missed on every map, albeit one that NM11 was a little bit of a mistake. But nonetheless, the record still stands. We're gonna have to see, actually, never mind, it's not slow, this is swing. Normally, swing is kind of moved on to something like NM5 on quarterfinals, or usually NM4. So it's kind of interesting that this is gonna be NM3. So we're gonna have swing. It's a bit techy, and not really sure if JoshEco is quite the swing player, but if you're just good at the game, you're probably good at a lot of things. But Euanofthedead has a bit of confidence here for kind of understanding the map pool. So let's hope that Euan's preparation here is gonna be gonna pay off versus JoshEco. Ooh, I told that one. Anyway, while we're waiting for the players to as we're waiting for the players to get ready. Gonna head off the question here to chat. How are you all doing? How's the typhoon treating you all? Right now, it did kind of just pass, so there should be a lot of sunshine now. Here in Baguio, there's nothing much happening at the moment. Yeah, here we go. Match is starting, and we're gonna get these. Oh, look at those snaps. These on usually OD6, you have a little bit of leeway on hitting these, but you are very prone to node locking. But both players are amazing fighting against these snaps, man. Still, 99.6, 99.2. JoshEco first to break the combo here. Oh no! Is it a misread? Euanofthedead missed again. 10,000 point difference. Slow section. 1-6. More duplets. Is it TKS map? Very interesting. Actually, I really like this map. So this is very one thing to note here. It's yeah. Josh is definitely rolling at the moment. He's single tapping. He's rolling with one hand. And he's also single tapping the 1/3 too. $31,000 point difference at the moment. It's gonna be a bit of a climb for Euanofthedead. We're gonna have to see JoshEco miss, but that's like a large ask. JoshEco could probably run just sudden death on all of his plays here. 99.8 still locking in, but the UR is definitely all over the place. So given a bit of time here, which is not a lot, last part of the map, we might be able to see JoshEco get an act drop or maybe even a miss. But for now, it's gonna be a bit of a dig from Euanofthedead here, kind of clawing back with this deficit that he has. He's performing well, but that miss was definitely the one that kind of tore his point away against JoshEco at the moment. Oh, this slow section is rough. Look at those snaps. You're kind of being safe. Oh, another misread from Euanofthedead. That's not good. 50,000 point difference here for both players, and pretty easy point. 3x100. Euanofthedead kind of regretting those early misses. But for now, it's going to be a 3-2. Now, the question is, what will Euanofthedead choose next? Oh, it does seem like it's probably a little bit of a hardware issue for Euanofthedead, maybe, for dealing with these misses might be off the back of certain stutters, maybe. Yeah, but with my experience with tournaments, Discord, or even just farming actually in general, Discord loves freezing your game whenever any kind of like notifs come. Especially since Osu is CPU heavy, any kind of like information that gets sent that makes the like when it comes to like Facebook notifs, Discord notifs, it does send like if depending on your setup, it does it is able to freeze also for a bit and misread an input. So especially if you're a tournament player, it's best to mute everything, just close everything, and have also running on its own. For a game, for a tournament where a single mistake could cost you the match, it's best to have the the best possible situation here. Ooh, Euanofthedead locking in HD1. Interesting, since that is known to be consistency, HD consistency. Versus a man, a player here who has probably gotten anything lower, anything higher than 2x100 on his consistency picks. Very interesting. It might be, this could be the first breakpoint that we see, or this might be a very, very smart pick for Euanofthedead. But one thing's for sure, we're gonna have to expect him to not miss. This is probably what the world is requiring him to do right now. Don't miss. No matter what, don't miss. And he knows this. Euanofthedead knows this, that a single miss on this map will probably cost him this breakpoint. And if anything, that's honestly a huge load of nerves already. He played this map on Nightcore. Of course! 150 BPM on Nightcore. That's like 263? 272? Alright, GLHF's in the chat. We're kinda starting in already. Kinda looking for it. We're looking to see. Alright, map is starting. Let's see what we're gonna get. It's 225, I see. Alright, oh no! Euanofthedead missing already! This is not good. Massive point lead for JoshEco. That slow start is demonic. Euanofthedead is not gonna like that. Mistakes don't come often when you're fighting JoshEco here. So yeah, actually moving on to this, if we're not gonna see anything crazy from JoshEco's side, note that for the players here, you do have a timeout. I believe. I'm not sure if they changed it anything, but from what I know, you do have a timeout. And if you have any problems, anything to do, you can use up that timeout and fix whatever problem you're having at the moment. Restart your PC, close whatever tabs you have on Google Chrome. That's a mystery from Euanofthedead at the moment. And another point lead for JoshEco. So especially if elimination matches, maybe it might be very, very important to allow yourself to be to calm the nerves or anything of the sort. It's good. Just remember that you do have a timeout. There's a lot of things in the tournament that you can do, but it's just the atmosphere and kind of like you gotta have to do something. Get offhands on this slow section. That is crazy, actually. 1-3 sections, I believe. I'm not sure if that's 1-4, but it does feel 1-3. Players managed to go through well on this part of the map. JoshEco, that accuracy, man. How can you even beat something like that? On a side treat on HD. Actually, no, he played this before, right? Alright, there we go. That's gonna be a breakpoint. The first ever breakpoint, actually. It's gonna be 4-2, and it's gonna be JoshEco's pick. We're gonna probably expect the Nomad 4 pick coming in pretty soon. But Euanofthedead here kind of regretting, because I think he was definitely able to deal with that. But a misread or just hitting that note a little too early cost him the match there. But at 9x100. For certain players, that seems like a crazy score, but for tournament players, that's a big mistake that you could abuse. That's a chance. That's a chance to get a score against JoshEco. And it just sucks that you couldn't take that chance during that time. Here we go. Yep, Nomad 4 sticking into his guns here. JoshEco. So this feels like tech. This does feel like tech. And one thing to note as well, this is OD 6.4. It is nothing crazy, but both players have avoided hard rock, and almost all of the maps have ODs that are not higher than 6. So this 0.4 you guys might be able to see an act difference here by just how less lenient the 300 window is. But considering JoshEco here, I think it should be still okay. Euanofthedead is having a bit of trouble, but I think we'll be able to get a pretty consistent score. Let's just hope that he doesn't make another miss here. Looks like the match is starting already. We're heading forward here to the 7th map. This is gonna be JoshEco's pick. And a potential here to get a solid 3-point lead against Euanofthedead. Oh, I can hear the stream. Oh, never mind, this ain't tech, this is stream. And I'm kinda looking forward to stream. Alright, GLHF's in the chat, and I believe we're gonna start pretty soon. 7th map, JoshEco's pick here. A good chance for him to take the lead, but also a pretty good chance for Euanofthedead to take another point against him. It's anyone's game here, but it's very demanding here. Euanofthedead is gonna be requesting for a lot. So one thing to note, if you want to check, Euanofthedead is planning to ghost tap here. So he's kind of hitting a lot of these notes with a bit more vigor, let's say. And I'm not one to kind of predict one's emotion here, but that is definitely a good sign of like nerves or just how they play. But as I was yapping about, JoshEco was the first one to break that SS barrier. Euanofthedead is looking good. Look at that QR from Euanofthedead. It's kind of concentrated down into the middle here. And if all goes well here, he's gonna be able to, never mind. I spoke too soon. I was gonna hope that he was not gonna make a miss. 19,000 point difference. I was gonna comment on the UR and how well Euanofthedead was playing this slow SV, but I guess the world has other plans. Ooh, this section is kinda rough. Breaking these notes up is actually a little bit evil, especially for Euanofthedead, who's currently full ulting this. So all of these notes that break up into the middle, he has to hit them in offhand. Right, KI section here for both players, 24,000. We're gonna have to see JoshEco to make a bit of a miss here, misread. And I know that's asking for a lot. Ooh, Euanofthedead hitting that in offhand. Yeah, I know. That's why I said I'm asking for a lot here for JoshEco to make a mistake. But here we go. An FC for JoshEco. Euanofthedead completely regretting that 1x miss. Look at that score. And yeah, once again, good try, but once again, I will say Euanofthedead has still not full comboed a single map on this match yet. It was a lag on the first key eye. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nope. Sounds moment. I think we gotta hit the panic button here. Thank you for the hydrate. I am trying my best to hydrate myself here, but I don't wanna take trips to the toilet. But wait, let me just do something real quick. Sorry for the chat here. I've informed our streamer here, and hopefully we press the panic button here. So be sure to reduce the volume for a bit. thanks for the hydrate. I don't have a lot of water left. I have to refill it. Oh, there we go. All right, we're back. All right, Ewan does get the next pick here. Considering his situation here, I don't want to see an FM, maybe. I'm not really like basing on any kind of like information. I just gut feeling. I just want to see an FM. FM2 maybe. If he's watching the stream, then cool. If he's not, then call me Nostradamus. Oh, looks like Euanofthedead. Cool. Oh, FM2. Oh, Nostradamus. I think this is a Nostradamus pick. Listen Al Gaib. What a prediction. Well, I kind of like this. I kind of like the speed. Wait, this is the co-equal. Oh, I completely forgot. I have the stream up tapped, and I'm just like kind of listen to the music, and I just realized. So yeah, this was a FM2. Oh, you no. There's still more chances here. sit down and enjoy the music. I actually really like music like these. Post rock, breakcore, name it, you got it. It's very, very fun. Alright, looks like Euanofthedead locking in with it. Good luck, good luck. Are we gonna see a double mod for Euanofthedead? Considering this map, it is very likely, but JoshEco locking in. Oh, Ewan is only going in for single mod. But JoshEco, I'm not sure actually. Oh, is this actually no mod for, wait, is this allowed? Referee, admins in the chat, is this allowed? What? Alright, I don't mind. Alright, thank you very in the chat for saying that. So, one thing's for sure, this is a single mod advantage. So, how the math goes, from my experience and not really doing any math, Euanofthedead has about 97 to 90, 96.5 to 97 here, considering he doesn't miss. And if JoshEco will have an SS, that's about maybe a bit more. Maybe a little bit more for Euanofthedead here. I should actually just not say anything at this point. Euanofthedead is kind of struggling, but that is a tiny lead, and considering with one mod advantage, you will see this small red lead come up back to Euanofthedead here as the map goes on. But I will say that there's not a lot of map left here. JoshEco is still locking in that FC, so Euanofthedead has to hold this. He has to not make any more mistakes anymore, and it's GG. 100s increases the lead. Misses increases the lead by a lot, and he's making a lot of 100s at the moment. 9,000. It will go as long as he doesn't make any mistakes. 4K. 3K. Euanofthedead has a chance here. 4K again. 3K. 2. He has to stop making these 100s. It's the last part of the map. A final chance here. Where it's gonna be neck and neck, and oh no! There was a chance. A big misread. And I believe that also takes it. And I think that is match point. With a 6-2. And finally, JoshEco breaks the SS barrier. That was a good fight. That was definitely a good fight. But unfortunately, those couple mistakes have sold him the match here. And he's gonna be sent down to loser's bracket. So for the Ewan fans, there is still a chance. But for now, JoshEco smooth sailing down on winner's bracket, heading forward. Respect for both players. They both played extremely well, and especially Ewan. I'm kind of looking forward to how he performs later on in the tournament. But for now, congratulations to JoshEco to win that match. And Ewan is gonna be sent to loser's bracket, where he will be probably wreaking havoc alongside with the rest here. But for now, that will be all for today. Thank you all for watching. We're gonna have a match very soon. I think it should be starting right about now. So the next match here will be Syni versus Silicosis? Yeah, Syni versus Cup. And that would be an interesting match to watch, actually. Oh. Apparently in the chat here, apparently one of the refs said that Cub or Silicosis is currently playing with a laptop while in a car. So maybe the stars aligned here for Syni for an upset, maybe. But for now, thank you all for watching. That will be the match. We're gonna be starting very soon here, so be sure to get your water, get a bit of a water break. I will get a water break. Get some snacks here, and we're gonna head on forward here with probably the last match of the day. Yeah. So for now, I will BRB for a couple of minutes. Just gonna prepare some stuff here. It is midnight, so for those who are keeping their consciousness up, you should take a break. But for now, we'll BRB. Alright. Another interesting match. So, we have Silicosis 2 and Syni. Both players are... I gotta check. I might be tripping. But I believe Silicosis did play last year's tournament, or I'm not sure if that's him, if that's Mochi. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, he did perform. Mochi was the last year's one. So, we have Silicosis 2, who's currently second seed, which is very surprising, being the man who won last year's tournament, versus Syni, who also performed in last year's tournament. And not gonna lie, he was quite the dark horse. Syni wasn't exactly a well-known player throughout the Taiko Page history, but Syni's performance throughout that tournament last year was very fun spectacle to behold. Definitely a potential high seed player with speed, HD in mind. With really good HR gameplay as well. And with a year to practice and do whatever life stuff about when it comes to Taiko, there could be a good chance. But Silicosis, on the other hand, no words needed. This guy, he's crazy. If I were to give a good description of him, he's good. He's good with everything. His speed, yeah, he's good. Consistency, yeah, he's good. Gimmick, oh We're gonna get to halfway on the map. It's about reaching that time. 96.7 for Syni here. It's a pretty good score, but versus Silicosis, it's gonna be a bit of a challenge here. A lot of an uphill climb, but the lead hasn't exactly gone down, but a very untimely miss for Silicosis. Might be a chance as the lead will go down due to the combo differential here. Syni has to hold and hope to Peppy that Silicosis makes another mistake, and I think he's gonna get this. Syni with a chance, a big chance now, as both players finally stabilize. An untimely miss for Silicosis. Maybe it's the car, maybe the taxi just went up on an uphill here and he didn't hit a note. But Syni with a really big chance here. He has to hold. Final pizza slice. And I don't know if it's just me, but I'm kinda not trusting myself here. I don't want to see anything bad happening on Syni's side. Oh, Silicosis with another miss. Good backlog here. No, Silicosis not hitting a bunch of those notes. Final part of the map, and that's gonna be a pretty confident point for Syni. Silicosis, I'm not sure what happened on that one final section, but as much as I can say, it's gonna be a good easy point here for Syni on the DT1 pick. So do note that one of the refs here did say that apparently Silicosis is playing with a laptop inside a car. So there is a lot of factors in play on our second seed here. So yeah, for the players again, probably good for the ref here to say that there is a timeout available, especially for players like Silicosis who are currently in a pretty weird situation. They could use their timeouts and allow themselves to adjust. Just use up as much time here so that you can prepare. But for now, Silicosis is locking in NM2. Syni is no stranger to speed. He has been performing very well actually with speed. There's a lot of 7-star, 8-star ranked maps that kind of go in like 280, 290. And Syni has gotten a good score, not perfect, but pretty good scores. So it's kind of like a showcase to say that Syni is pretty comfortable when it comes to speed, considering the fact that he is full out. So there is a better chance, but accuracy here is gonna be the name of the game. Silicosis is no stranger to SS, and Syni has a bit of trouble getting a few SS under his name here. So yeah, for the ref here, good reminder that there is a timeout, and players can use up a timeout here. And if ever you're kind enough to allow a 2-minute, 3-minute timeout instead of a 1-minute timeout, that would be pretty good. Alright, good on. So for now, we're gonna be waiting for a bit for Silicosis to set up. So for now, I guess I can drag a bit of conversation to the chat. What do you guys expect Silicosis to choose? What kind of like maps are you gonna expect? Or are you gonna see a lot of no mods? Honestly, I'm really expecting NM5 to come out here. Silicosis loves, or Cub really loves Gimmick. And Syni, I'm not really sure if he loves the Gimmick map. Or maybe if you can actually expect an upset actually for Syni's side. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Let's see if I'm still in the voice chat. Kinda. Oh yeah, it's good enough. So yeah, you guys got a bit of time here to move about. So get another glass of water. Maybe get some snacks while you're waiting for both players to prepare here. I hope you guys didn't hear that. The people behind me. There's kind of a little bit loud. Alright, it looks like we got the all rights for Alright, map is starting. Pretty good here. Let's see if both players are going to be able to get a good performance, actually. Both players still locking in with the 100%. Both players still locking in. Oh, Silicosis with the first 100 there. Let's see if Syni is able to perform beyond his ability here. KI section, we're gonna have a lot of these double BPM sections. Well, technically single BPM, as it is mapped to 256. But for now, 100% Syni. Ooh, breaks that as I say that. The 1000 equalized. Both scores currently neck and neck. Well, I think okay, never mind. Banjo issue moment. Oh, we're getting halfway through the map and both players are equalized in score. Kinda scared now. Oh, Syni's locking with a single note, and actually, triplets. I think Silicosis missed a beat there. Missed a tick. It's neck and neck, but for now, Syni has a bit of a 100-point lead because of the slider. Oh, I love you, score V2. Never mind. Actually, no, never mind. It is still a 100-point difference. It's neck and neck. This is so close. Why is this map so close? 100 for Silicosis. Syni is performing extremely well on the speed map versus a guy who's known to be extremely good at speed. Oh, 1-3. Oh my god. What a performance. Look at that difference between the two. Syni takes that breakpoint off of Silicosis' hands. 1x100, what a play! Wow! That is crazy. You know, I did say that I did say earlier that Syni has a bit of trouble keeping an SS, but well, I guess he can prove me wrong. Wow. Maybe this is a bit of a scare for Silicosis. I think he expected this to be a bit of a breeze here, but he's gonna surprise him what opponent he's fighting against. Oh, seen going in with the nature too. Very interesting. Maybe feeling it. Maybe it's just the but yeah, HR2. Well, I'm just waiting for the match to start here. Slow down section. We're just waiting in. Alright, match will be starting here. It's gonna be HR2. This is gonna be, I believe, Syni's pick. Forward here. Let's see what we got. For now, Silicosis with a bit of a tiny lead at the moment. It's gonna be neck and neck again. I think that's a slider. I think this is a Bancho issue. This is pretty much closer. This could be a missed finisher from Syni, actually. But for now, the lead will be very, very consistent to Silicosis' side. 1,000 point difference. This is still 1x100. This is probably the closest match we're gonna get. Look at the OD on both players. Syni is locking in, even with a tighter OD than an HR map. While Silicosis is hitting these notes a little late. We're gonna expect Silicosis to make another 100 here, by any chance. But for now, Syni, oh, that was a little close. That could have extended the lead by a bit more, but for now, Syni's holding on strong with his consistent playthrough. Only 1x100 here. All eyes are on Silicosis making a mistake. 2 mistakes actually, as Syni has gotten another 100 to his name. This is how close this match is. We're gonna get through about to a quarter of the map. Only 2x100. This is easy. Silicosis makes a misread. Silicosis gets a bit of a lag on his PC. Oh, a bit more actually with another 100 to Syni's name. But for now, PI section is hitting in hard. Silicosis is still consistent, and take a look at this UR. It is still a little fast. This is still a chance here, but will Silicosis be able to hold this lead up until the very end? Any mistake will be detrimental to his point. But I don't think he's gonna give Syni a chance here. Still very, very close. Silicosis has to hold 99.9. What a score here. What is this? Both players are crazy at the moment. Final part of the map. I believe there's a section here, maybe? Ah, it's good. Wow, what a score from Silicosis. 2x100. What is this? Crazy score for HR2. And that's gonna be a breakpoint, actually. Now it's gonna be 2-2. Damn, Syni's gonna be kicking himself with that. boy, here we go. What do you expect from the next pick, actually? I think this is NM3. I'm not too sure. Yeah, this is NM3. This is Snap Hell, and this is definitely on Silicosis' side. Alright, here we go. Ooh, actually, both players are actually making a couple mistakes. But Syni is gonna be a bit of an uphill climb, actually. $22K here. Actually, that was a miss from Syni. Silicosis is looking a bit consistent now in the end. Let's see if we're gonna expect a miss from Silicosis. This is definitely in his camp. Panyo. Oh. Well, yeah. For the ones who don't know the classic Panyo method, when it comes to slow SV, it's basically the old secret tech when you're playing slow maps. And you put the panyo covering more than half of your map. Basically, you're able to read everything here. Those the snow, yeah, it's the super secret Filipino tech. But for now, pretty consistent point for Silicosis. Syni is trolling. This guy is missing on patterns that are not supposed to be missed on. Well, damn. Oh, Syni on DT2? I don't know. I will say that Silicosis had a very, very solid lead versus Syni during that DT1 pick. But here we go. This is gonna be a DT pick. So let's just hope that Syni is able to perform very well. Let's just see. As much for the ones in the chat, I'm always on the side of the underdog. So totally not biased. Let's just say. But it's gonna be a big ask for Syni here. The reason why Syni won that first DT pick was definitely off the back of Silicosis' situation being in the car and in a more or less not favorable situation. And now Silicosis is in the comfort of his own home, of his own setup, his own favorite chair, probably same as me with the monoblock chair, the most comfortable chair known to man. With a laptop keyboard, maybe even a red switch, mechanical keyboard. And more or less being able to perform in a tournament setting with comfortability here, it's gonna be a big challenge. We're gonna have to expect Syni to get a good score. I did say last time that he's gonna need a bit along the lines of 98 to 99, but I'm just gonna say he's gonna need another 98 to 99, especially on DT2. And I'm so scared of getting used to this. All the vines that keep you tethered in your room. Well, someday both of us are leaving here, but for now I'll just why is my home's Wi-Fi slower than my data? You know, the answer to that is data locked. I actually don't know. And a bit of trouble on Silicosis. This is hard work here. Or hard drive, I mean. Hardware. I don't know the word. So maybe it's the world giving Silicosis every debuff known to man, just for a chance of Syni getting an upset. But hey, any advantage is accepted when it comes to tournament. Alright, we're just waiting for the players to get ready here, actually. Anyway, how are you all doing? We're kinda reaching up to 1 PM here. How is everyone kinda keeping up with the stream? Alright, match is starting. And we're just gonna hope to see what kind of plays off here. I got really unlucky with my Wordle. Ooh, actually traded 100s on both players. Syni with a little bit of an act drop. Nothing too crazy, but the speed up here, note that this is 235.5 BPM with a higher OD. This is a higher OD than HR, but both players are actually performing really well. For now, Syni with a little bit of a lead, but as I say that, the 100 kind of like gives that lead back to Oh, massive act drop from Syni there on that key eye section. Yeah, Okay, 5k. Silicosis is dropping a few on his own here. We're gonna expect a bit more from Syni at the moment. This OD is very, very tough to adjust to. Silicosis is still keeping up pretty well, but ooh, a couple of hundreds there is kind of showing off a little bit. So if we're gonna see another 100 from Silicosis, oh no, that is not good. That is not good. Syni is not gonna like that miss, not one bit. Final quarter of the map, Silicosis still holding on, almost nearing a 99 accuracy. It was close still, but that miss is detrimental. 30k difference here. Silicosis is still losing a little bit of accuracy. There might be a chance, but expecting him to miss here is gonna be pretty much a request from the gods at the moment. And as he will take this point and another lead versus Syni, guaranteeing another point here. It's 2-4, I believe. Not much left for Syni here, as we're gonna get on to the next pick. And which one is this? HD2. Actually, I'm not sure if we've actually seen HD2 being played. Oh, I hope that my audio is good. I'm having a bit of trouble with internet issues here. Syni having a bit of trouble there. 98 to 100%. Silicosis is still holding on with an SS, but I haven't seen him keep up an SS in the whole map at the moment. But it is. Oh, massive misread for Syni there. 97. Potential scare here. Silicosis is still performing very, very well on this map in particular. Kinda scared actually. Massive lead now for Silicosis. Might be another comfortable point. Syni kind of been having trouble with HD, which is kind of surprising since HD has been a pretty strong suit for Syni at the moment, but maybe it's just this map, maybe it's the speed, maybe it's just a couple of misreads, but for now it's gonna be a pretty really strong showing for Silicosis. Oh, as I say that though, massive 100s and another more, 98. Might be a chance. But even then, that is still a rough climb for Syni to walk. And yeah, there we go. 1,038,000. Amazing score for Silicosis. Taking that point with confidence. It's gonna be a 4-2, but I believe if I was keeping track of the picks here, it's gonna be Syni's pick for the next one. Yep, I got that one right. Running back. Thanks for the redeem, my friend. I don't know if I should hydrate myself because I think I'm hydrating with this kinda not exactly the best. But let's head off to more interesting things. So one very strong suit of Silicosis is his double mod. Syni, I haven't exactly seen him do a lot of double mod, especially with higher difficulty map pulls. But we might see a chance of it, maybe. Since he did pick this, we might see a double mod battle between the two. But Silicosis is very strong when it comes to mod. That is one of his strengths when it came to, I believe, was it RGTS or was it Oh, yep, there we go. That is what I meant about double mod at the moment. So here we go. Both locking in double mod. Note that FM2 is relatively lenient, if I had a better word here when it comes to double mod. It is a bit in terms of tournament, like how tournament maps go, and FM2 is lenient, but it's not that lenient. There is a difficulty, but it's not that bad. It's nothing as crazy as FM3. So it kind of is showing at the moment with relatively equal accuracy for both players. I think Syni here mishit a finisher at the moment, or maybe the stream is a little bit desynced on the scores. That I'm not too sure, but oh, massive act drop here for Syni at the moment. As the Ki comes in, it is a little fast, and Silicosis is performing very well with double mod. Ooh! A chance? A big chance! Silicosis missing on that note. Syni has to keep his accuracy up here, as Silicosis is making a couple of mistakes, trying to adjust to those mistakes. But that accuracy has gotten him a very big cushion to fall on. But as much as I can say, God's bleed here. A chance for Syni, but he has to hold. He has to keep it consistent. Stop making these mistakes, and there might be a chance. 17k. The lead is small, but as much as I can say, this lead is hard to climb out of. We're gonna have, I believe, another Ki section coming in very soon. Both players performing very consistent. 100 for Syni again, increasing the lead to... Oh, here we go! Another miss! Combo diff here, kinda sticking, but a couple hundreds from Syni is tearing him a very rough set. Oh, please, Syni, if you stop making 100s at the moment, you're gonna have a large lead deficit here. 7k, 6k, 5k, 4k. It's coming back. Syni's making a couple of hundreds on his name. Final part of the map. Is he able here? We're gonna have to see if Silicosis make a miss, but we're not gonna see that. What a play. Nice FC, but those 100s. It's gonna be rough, man. There was a chance, there was a big chance, but the HR-HD combo just paid Syni dividends at the moment. Maybe just a respect to Silicosis here. This guy is just a different kind of beast at the moment. Normally, if you make mistakes on HDHR, it's gonna be a rough climb from the mistakes. But hey, who knows? Second seed isn't exactly for show. And also the previous tournament champion here. But it was a chance. It was a chance for Syni to take the point, but unfortunately, the world requested him a little bit more than what he performed. An FC wasn't enough. He needed an FC with a better score, and well, I can say that's a hard thing to ask, especially. Drop some water on my laptop. Whoops, my bad. Oh, we're locking an FM3. So the real question here is: Silicosis gonna risk HDHR, or are we gonna see an interesting single mod battle between the two? The chat is gonna go crazy at the moment. Just waiting on the players to get ready here. A potential final point for Silicosis, and maybe a start of a comeback for Syni. Who knows? But for now, we're gonna see a match. So, it is going to be a single mod for both players, and Silicosis is taking that bigger risk, locking in that HD pick versus Syni. Note that this map is rather HR friendly, I will not lie. So, Syni might have a big chance here. But for now, a little bit of an act drop early on, hitting those notes a little late. 4k difference, but once again here, there is going to be a very long slow section in this map, which might catch Silicosis off guard, but we'll have to see. So for now, you might have to take this lead with a grain of salt at the moment. Speed section, this is going to be the hard part for Syni. This is going to be a hard part for HR players, so be sure to keep note on this. How little mistakes Syni can make here will be very good. Here we go, slow section. Silicosis is going to have a hard time keeping up with this. He has to hold these. And if you check on his UR here, will show how well he's adjusting to these slow sections at the moment. For now, keeping it with a near perfection. Wow, the snap sections, Silicosis is performing well. He almost lost a little bit of accuracy actually. Oh, and here it is. There's the miss. There's the mistake that we're gonna see, and a bit of a crash out. This is the problem with HR, especially with slow sections like these. Making a mistake is going to be very tough to recover from. But good on Silicosis minimizing the damage here. Final quarter of the map. Ki section, speed section, Syni in the lead. He has to hold. He has to keep this accuracy up because Silicosis is trying his hardest here to not lengthen the gap at the moment. Speed section is going to be a trouble for Syni at the moment. Still holding that FC. Anyone's game at the moment. This is going to be a snap section. 3k difference. Slow down. Another problem for Silicosis here. He has to hold. He's keeping up. He's chasing close. Syni has the lead for now, but it's not that far. Final part of the map. Anyone's game. Syni has to hold 2k. I'm looking at this. I'm trying to see. Another miss from Silicosis. 8k, 10k. Syni is holding 3 points. Just 3k, 10k difference. Oh, for now, Syni holds on with a 3 to 5 lead. That was too close for comfort. My heart is kind of beating at the moment. Good FC. But now comes the trouble. Silicosis pick. Syni has to win 2 more. 1 of his own and 1 against Silicosis. And that's a lot to ask against a guy who has been on fire this whole tournament. This whole match, actually. Yeah, I'm all for a comeback, but I don't know. Silicosis has warmed up. A couple of mistakes based on the slow SB, but on the other hand, there isn't actually a lot of maps to pick. There is the very, very demonic NM1. Silicosis could do the funniest thing right now and choose NM1. For a Syni who hasn't exactly done an SS, oh, this could be the funniest thing at the moment. Oh, actually, yeah, true. Oh, I'm off script. HR1? Still focused on Wordle. But here we go. Syni has to hold this. This is an interesting pick, considering how well Silicosis performed in HR2. But as much as I can say, no matter... it all really just depends on how well you perform. You can practice the map pool all you want, but in a tournament setting, it's a different experience. For the casual watchers and for the tournament players, you know what I mean. Oh, for the casual players, not really, but for the tournament players, they understand. Like, there's usually I'm not sure if there was an actual paper, like research paper, but I'm kind of nerding out, but I believe it was an estimated 80% of your like total performance when it comes to like performing in the big stage. But here we go, HR1. This might be also a bit of a scare for Silicosis actually. He might be in the lead, but that lead is gonna be very, very small here. Oh, 100 for Syni. That might be a little, but that little might be a lot. Oh, never mind. Silicosis with a couple 100 on his own. Look at this tech map. 1-3s to 1-6. What is this patterning? Syni, oh, that 100 from the Kia actually did a lot of damage. Both players are equal in score. Accuracy advantage for Syni, but the fact that he got that 100 on a finisher was a different experience altogether. For now, a little bit of a lead, I believe. Both players neck and neck. This lead is tiny. I believe this is just a desync from Bancho. But both players are equal. Oh, Silicosis with a big act drop. Syni has to hold here. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to break any kind of concentration at the moment. But for now, both players are holding very well. A little bit of an act difference for Silicosis, but ooh, Syni trades with his own. From a massive lead, now equalized. Never mind, lead to Silicosis at the moment. He's having trouble with these slow sections. 1-3's 8,000 point difference as I speak my words as a 98 accuracy. We're gonna have to see Silicosis make a couple mistakes here. Oh, a couple mistakes is what we're gonna get actually with a 3k lead now. 99, 2k, 1k, both players trading 100s. This lead is so small. Oh, back and forth tennis match. Map speeds up only 7,000. Equalize both players. Final pizza slice of the map. Is this a chance of us getting actually a tie here? Silicosis' UR is all over the place. Syni is hitting a little late. Final part of the map, 1-6. Silicosis with a little bit of lead. Oh no! Silicosis with a lead. He actually can end this here. 1-3 and Silicosis takes it with only 3,000. Oh, what a disappointing way to end this all. The tiny difference here. Only 3x 100. What was that? Alright, that's gonna be GG's. That was a good chance for Syni actually. It could have been anyone's game. But alas, that might be probably one of the biggest scares that Silicosis had in the tournament at the moment. He didn't expect this to be close. A lot of those scores were too close for comfort. This could have reached the tiebreaker if Syni had a bit more luck on his side. But as the facts say here, Silicosis will take this and head forward, sending Syni to the lower brackets, wreaking havoc alongside with Euanofthedead down in losers bracket. For now, Silicosis, congratulations heading forward. Kind of keeping up with the schedule here. No upsets as of yet. So for now, it's gonna be still pretty clean for the tournament. All of the higher seeds are heading forward, and unfortunately the lower seeds sending them down into the losers brackets. But as of now, it's gonna be a little late. So it is 1 a.m. So be sure to take care of yourselves, guys. And for now, it's gonna be GG's. It's gonna be all for today, and it's gonna be there's gonna be the rest of the matches will be coming on later on. I believe on. I'm just checking up here. Yep, it's gonna be 8 p.m. Today. So for now, for the ones keeping up here, be sure to get your rests. For the VOD watchers, just wait for a little bit longer. And the next match will be Spacewalker versus Sidorn. Yeah, this is Sidorn. Sidorn. But for now, I will have to say goodbye. Thank you all for watching. This is gonna be the match for today. And there's gonna be more matches later, or technically tomorrow, but it is gonna be later on. Thank you all for watching, and we'll be seeing you at 8 p.m. Good night, everyone. Have a nice day, or have a nice night. This is Sneeze, signing out.